and see you there. Welcome to Bracketology, GUTV's annual show where we cover all things March Madness and more. I'm your executive producer, Carson Scallen. Without further ado, let's get started.
Hello and welcome back to GUTV's annual show, Bracketology. I'm Sophia Santos.
And I'm Dominic Bush. We have a very exciting show for you today as we head into March Madness, including a look at how Zag fans are feeling heading into the tournament, a sit-down interview with basketball star Yvonne Ejim, and we'll catch up with a special GUTV alumni.
But first, let's see how you can sign up to make your very own GUTV Bracketology bracket. Here's Mary Sheridan with more.
What's up, Zags? It's March. And here at GUTV, we are more than ready for the madness to begin. We want to see who you're picking to win it all this year. So listen up if you're ready for a little friendly competition. This year, GUTV has bracket pools for both the women's and men's NCAA tournament. It's completely free and easy to join. So easy, you can do it anywhere. In Hemmingson, on Bulldog Alley, in the library, in the RFC, in the Zag shop. And here's how. Using the links in our Instagram and Facebook bios, head to cbssports.com. There are two separate links for our men's and women's tournaments, so make sure you join both. Once you're there, log in or sign up to create a free account. From here, click Join Now to enter our bracket pool. Starting March 17th, you can start crafting your perfect bracket. Good luck and go Zags!
Thanks, Mary. So, who do you have at your top of your bracket?
You know, I haven't made my bracket yet, but Houston's looking pretty good, so maybe them. How about you?
Well, I am a Zags believer. I have us at the top. I know it's not most likely, but I'm going to be supporting us.
I love the positivity. Let's check out how our Zags are looking for the tournament.
Number 4, Gonzaga.
After a strong regular season, the women's team earned a 4 seed in this year's tournament, their highest ranking in program history. With the 4 seed comes the right to host the first 2 rounds at the Kennel. GU last did that in 2013. The Zags will start their tournament run on Saturday at 4:30 p.m. when they take on the 13 seed UC Irvine. You can watch it live on ESPN. We're excited to see our talented Zags play.
The 5 seed is...
On the other side of the court, our men's team climbed a 5 seed in the Midwest region. It's their first 5 seed in program history and marks their 25th consecutive tournament. Gonzaga takes on the 12 seed McNicholl State out of Southland Conference on Thursday. It'll be the first ever matchup between the two schools. Tip-off is scheduled for 4:25 p.m. and it will broadcast live on TBS.
Everyone has their predictions and strong feelings are running high when it comes to this year's tournament. GUTV reporter Patrick Janicek took to the streets to ask some hard-hitting March Madness questions to fellow Gonzaga students. Let's take a look.
When people think of holidays here in the U.S., they think of Ramadan, they think of Hanukkah, they think of Christmas, or even Thanksgiving. But for many of us here at Gonzaga University, the one that truly matters is Selection Sunday. And even better, March Madness, which starts this week. And if you didn't tune in, it was a bit of a shocker. You see, Gonzaga lost to the St. Mary's Gales in the WCC Championship. And because of that, a lot of us thought we'd get a pretty bad seeding. Yet, when the brackets came out yesterday, we got a 5 seed, mostly because BYU doesn't play on Sundays. And no, I'm not joking. Sparking a newfound excitement among the Gonzaga student body. So, let's go see what Gonzaga students have to say about this year's March Madness.
Go Zags!
Go Zags!
Go Zags, baby! Go Zags!
Go Zags, baby!
Go Zags! Go Zags! Woo!
All right, March Madness is around the corner. We're a 5 seed. How do we feel?
About us specifically, Gonzaga? I feel pretty good. Actually, that's not honest. That's not an honest take. McNicholl is going to be tough.
Pretty good. A little bit worried about McNicholl, but I think EK can dominate them in the paint. Their tallest guy is 6'8", and their 6'6" foot guy is the guy that averages the most rebounds. So I think we got this down low.
Let Ben shoot. Honestly, his threes have been falling all season. I just want to see more shooting from Ben. He's really a dog player. He has the hustle. I think we're going to bring it. Go Zags.
I know nothing about basketball. Sorry.
Awesome. Perfect.
It's going to be a tough matchup against McNicholl State, but I know the boys will handle him.
That they will. Can I get a quick go Zags from you?
Go Zags!
Lovely.
Feeling kind of confident. I mean, I hope we make it through the first 2 rounds.
We're playing a good or a bad seed for the first game, so I'm hoping that we can pull through, but I heard they're good, so better lock in.
Go Zags, baby.
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I did just get this new Gonzaga sweatshirt just for March Madness, so feeling pretty good.
It's looking great. We're in a Purdue's bracket, which very beatable team. I mean, we had them up, or we were up on them all of the first half. Pardon me. Kansas is the only team I'm a little worried about in that side of the bracket, but if we beat them, we've got a pretty easy road to Elite 8 and Final Four. So
golden.
Long three for the win. Banks it home. Banks it home.
Exactly. All right, I'm here with the boy Graham EK. Graham, how we doing?
We're doing great, baby. How you doing?
I can't complain. All right, we're heading to March Madness. How we feel?
That's right. We're feeling great, elated. Yeah,
sir.
so many words, man.
Hey, it's time to shine.
Yeah,
time to
no
clock
doubt.
in.
It's March, baby.
All right, let's go. Go Zags, baby.
Go Zags.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Patrick. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of all the downers out there being like, oh, McNicholl is going to be so hard to deal with. We are going to clean McNeish's clock. What do you think?
I love the positivity. I also loved hearing a word from Graham Ike too, so that was
really
fun.
great. Circling back around to women's basketball, Sophia, I hear you got a chance down to sit with the WCC Player of the Year. Is that right?
That's right, Dominic, I did. I recently had the opportunity to catch up with Yvonne Ejim to learn more about her basketball journey that has included a spot on the Canadian national team and a dominant career at Gonzaga.
Yvonne Ejim has been a standout throughout her career at Gonzaga. Becoming the West Coast Conference Player of the Year didn't happen overnight.
So I first started when I was 7 years old, and I feel like the biggest factor that attracted me was kind of like my older brothers playing basketball as well. I had a lot of really good friends that I still talk to now that I've played with since I started playing basketball. So I feel like all of that community and just like the connections I made really continue to keep me playing basketball, but yeah.
She realized early on in her high school career she had the talent to play Division I basketball.
A lot of my involvement with like Team Canada and like my provincial team and being able to travel to the US and play in tournaments, I was like maybe I'd be able to like actually like come study in the US and like play basketball here. So I think a lot of that really helped me gain confidence and like wanting to pursue that for sure.
Ejim's involvement with Team Canada has continued into her college career, even this past February when she helped the senior national team qualify for the 2024 Olympics in Paris.
It was honestly a blessing. It was a huge accomplishment for me. Honestly, when I first started getting into Canada basketball, I was like, I'd love to represent my country at the highest stage, and being able to have that opportunity and do just that, it was like a dream come true in and of itself.
Behind her humble demeanor, Yvonne is a highly decorated basketball player, winning WCC Player of the Week 6 times this season and leading the Zags in both points and rebounds.
I do feel like these awards just show me that I am doing well and I am being like the player I want to be and I'm going in the right steps in the right direction. So less on like the accomplishment piece. I think every single person on that list like deserves to know that they've made a huge contribution to women's basketball, and just be able to realize that I'm doing something to help that as well. Like it truly is an inspiration to me to like continue to keep putting in that effort and keep working hard.
The Zags have already won 30 games this season, but with March Madness quickly approaching, there has been a central focus in mind.
What we've done this year has worked for us, and it's continuing now, and what we do best will help us. Yeah, I feel like if anything, a lot of tweaking, a lot of staying consistent.
While the Zags are hoping for a deep tournament run, Yvonne recently announced she will be returning to the kennel for a 5th year.
Every time I kept thinking about it, like the pieces just continued to fit for Gonzaga, just being my home and like my place that like be. So I'm very excited and very happy that I get to stay at Gonzaga another year.
And as our time together concluded, Yvonne had a special message for Zag Fan.
I love y'all. Definitely like the best people to be around when we're playing this game. It's just all that reciprocating energy. Like it really is like a truly blessed environment to be around, and I love playing in the kennel all the time. It just feels like home every time we're here. So I really appreciate all of the fans that come to support us and just give us their like energy and their love. It really is like, it's a blessing to have for sure.
Thanks, Sophia. That was a great interview.
Thanks, it was great to sit down and talk with Yvonne. Great opportunity for sure.
I'm glad to hear it. Not only are we thinking all about March Madness, so is the city of Spokane. The Spokane Arena is hosting the first 2 rounds of the men's tournament with games on Friday and Saturday. Earlier this month, local high schools swarmed the arena for the annual State B tournament. GUTV reporter Joe Irardi takes us inside for some of the sights and sounds of the tournament.
Columbia Burbank Coyotes, are you ready for the game? Let me hear you cheer!
Go Burbank! Woo! Here we go. Horns ready. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
The place just feels electric up here. You're in the arena watching the championship game and nothing like it. Spokane does a phenomenal job of putting these tournaments on. Small schools from across the state, you know, they're putting their work in all season. They're putting their work in the off season just so they have a chance to come up here and do something like this. So it's pretty special. Pretty special place to be able to play up here in this environment.
I'm so excited. We got everyone to come support us. All of our parents are here. I'm so glad that our boys got the opportunity to play in the state championship, and I'm so proud of them. Colfax, go Dogs!
As a player, it was crazy. Such a fun and like outgoing environment, and just like nuts and loud.
Best student section we've had all year by far. So much energy.
You get to experience something a lot of people don't, and they don't realize that the smaller schools, it's more close-knit group. Everyone knows everyone, so it's kind of a cool feeling.
The upper level's been full the last few days. Yesterday we got to spend a 14-hour day here watching our girls in the morning and our boys at night. So this is what we come for every year, whether our team's here or not. We had lots of people from all around the area, alumni, family, friends, and even we had a lot of the other teams cheering in our cheer section for our kids. So that's pretty fun.
Time expires. We're in. Colfax Bulldogs 65. Columbia Burbank Coyotes 52. Great game, gentlemen.
Can we just thank Joe real quick? GUTV's Bracketology does more than just talk college basketball. We also like to cover some of the best stories happening here on campus. This week, reporters Gracie Chavez and Carson Scallen have a story on one Zags senior who's making a difference.
Every year in October, I fundraise like crazy. I raise money to purchase new stuffed animals to donate to the PICU at Sacred Heart. Then we go shopping and get all the stuffed animals in the world, and then organize a time to drop them off at the hospital. I know firsthand how big of a difference knowing that someone's supporting you can have during tough times. On January 1st, 2015, I was involved in a sledding accident that left me with a C4-5 spinal cord injury and paralyzed from the shoulders down. Something that really stuck with me during my time in the hospital was the amount of support that I received from my friends and family and community. I never felt like I was alone in this journey. My hospital room had floor to ceiling covered with signs and cards, words of encouragement, and stuffed animals. I realized that, not every kid had that, and that I was really lucky.
When she came up with the idea, it was like, oh, okay, this is a way to kind of change the color when you look back at that time, right? Put a positive light on an otherwise pretty dark situation.
One of the most rewarding things about having done this drive is the messages that I receive throughout the years. I've had a lot of parents of patients, sometimes even patients themselves, will find me and reach out and say, hey, like, just wanted to let you know that my child received one of the stuffed animals that you donated, and I just wanted to say thank you, and that it really did make a difference, and it, made it feel just a little bit more like home.
It does make a difference. It's just brings a little bit of warmth to an otherwise very cold and sterile place, and it lets you know that you're not alone.
This drive has grown more than I ever could have imagined. I started with, 75 to 100 stuffed animals that we donated, and this last drive we had well over 1,000. Every year it makes me feel so good to have done this, and I know the difference that it's making, and I picture myself doing this forever.
I just think it's a really positive thing. I think sometimes the little things are what end up getting you through tough times.
No kid deserves to be in the hospital, and if a stuffed animal can bring them joy for even just a moment, then I think that's worth it.
Well, that was a really inspirational story to hear, and also great to see what she's doing to support the Spokane community.
It's amazing to see the joy she's spreading to so many kids.
It really is. We don't just like to highlight our on-campus Zags here. GUTV has a multitude of talented alumni working in the field. This week, we caught up with Danamarie McNicholl.
I hope to go to a great starter market where I could learn a lot, and maybe a morning reporter. That's kind of where I see myself. But who knows? It's second semester senior year, and there's so much opportunity ahead of me.
Danamarie McNicholl, welcome to Fox News. We are happy to have you. Great report, and I just wanted to chime in and sneak in and welcome you as well. It's a busy time, and we certainly could use a great journalist like yourself.
Since I graduated Gonzaga, I started my first job as a MMJ multimedia reporter in Spokane. I had to edit, shoot, write everything. It was probably the hardest job of my life, but that was the time where I got to learn everything about journalism and what it means to hustle and work hard. After my time with CREM, I was able to be Miss Washington for a year. They gave me a year off my contract to serve the state, came back as the morning anchor and reporter for CREM 2. Then after that, I went to San Diego and I was the morning reporter for 2 years.
Police tape up behind me, the road still closed as they are still investigating this fatal stabbing of a 60.
Morning television was exactly where I needed to be. I knew it from the beginning. You get the mixture of hard news, breaking news, feature stories. Allowing my personality to shine through news is where I was able to really grow into who I am today. And I only got to spend 2 years in my hometown before landing my dream job in Miami, Florida as a Fox News Channel national correspondent. When I wake up in the morning, my job never looks the same. I never know what to expect. Around 7 o'clock, I either get a phone call or a text about this is what you're going to do for the day. This is your story. Either you're going to travel, pack a bag, go to another state, or you're going to be doing it right here in the state of Florida.
Reinforcing areas with even more razor wire. Edward, I can tell you today nationwide, airports have seen around 2,500 delays.
I usually go live maybe 2 to 3 times a day with network television. You never really know when you're going to go live. You get that email about 2 hours beforehand. And of course, there's always breaking news. So you can be ready to go and then they cut your live shot right at the last second. But my number one job is to tell the news. So I'm on the ground telling you what's going on, getting both sides of the situation, making sure that whatever I do is fair and balanced. And that's one of my biggest priorities as a journalist. It started at GUTV, and all of those things that I learned has now continued to where I am as a national correspondent. But I do feel like I have accomplished so much in my young career, but looking back at my old videos and my old reports makes me smile. It actually makes me pretty emotional because I see such a young, naive reporter that was working so hard, and to see where I am today, it's a pretty cool experience.
It's awesome to see a Zag who sat at this very desk go on to be so successful.
Yeah, it's great to see someone who's doing what we're doing right now, but getting paid the big bucks for it.
Exactly. Well, that's all the time we have for today, but we have plenty for you to look forward to all month long.
Follow us on Facebook and Instagram to see new GUTV content every day during the NCAA tournament, including updates to our bracket standings. For GUTV, I'm Dominic Bush.
And I'm Sophia Santos.
Go Zags!